Welcome to the Witchy Work Wishes podcast, a place to find your weekly inspiration for bringing your personal witchcraft practice into your business, work, and office. Welcome to Witchy Work Wishes. I am your host, Charlene, and you're joining me today for an episode in my After Hours series called Spellbound Spirits. And this series focuses on the working witches. And no, not working in our craft type working, but working as in the corporate world, our jobs, or whatever it is that you do to produce your own income. And it focuses on just that, the after workday time. The time we get to have after a long productive day at the office, and I'm pulling things and ideas and topics that help us relax, help us to wind down, and help us transition back into our homes and our nests and our safe spaces. So I do like to pull some things I did over the weekend to help in my own personal practice, and I do have one experience that I wanted to share, but I also want to jump right into today's episode because this recording does go over an hour. But real quick for the experience, and I'm still letting this settle a little bit because I'm not completely sure of the message, but anyways, it was back on our Lionsgate 8/8 that Thursday night, and I had a really, really lucid dream. It's super, super clear, but what it was my nephew, and he was kind of floating in the air, and he tossed down a glove to me, and I was also kind of floating in the air. But the glove was, it was like that thin plastic type glove that you would put on maybe if you were cleaning, or those hospital type gloves, but not blue. It was definitely clear. Anyhow, it was one glove. And I know there was other stuff happening in the dream, but the part that stayed with me is that where he was floating and he kind of tossed down this glove to me, and I grabbed it. So I thought about it on Friday, and I wondered what the message was. And then later that night, after doing a bunch of work on the new property, I realized how beat up my hands got from the work. And I was like, oh, maybe that was the message, right? That I should have worn a glove when I was doing the work that I was doing. So I just kind of let it settle, and I was like, maybe that was it. But then on Saturday, right? So I had the dreams Thursday night, kind of thought about it on Friday, thinking maybe it was for the work that I was doing. But then on Saturday, that exact glove, and I cannot be more specific when I say the exact glove from my dream, showed up in the front courtyard of the new space that I have. It was there. There was the glove. I don't know what that means. So if I have any listeners who maybe know what this message is, or what it can be, if you have any interpretation ideas on it, I would love to hear from you. So I'm actually wrapping this portion up, the rest of it on Sunday. So I don't know, maybe another message will come to me. Maybe it's just not complete. But if you have any ideas, please send me a message on Instagram. I'm kind of leaning towards something to do with a helping hand, but I don't know. I'm staying open because I just do not think I have the complete message yet. So, all right, let's do today. Let's jump into it. It is all about the Spellbound Spirits. It's all about the full moon, and it is all about some cocktails that we can make during this high energy celebration and gratitude phase of the moon. All right, so let's jump into it. Let's head into today's episode called Full Moon Cocktails. Full moon. Now I'm going to pick up right where we left off last week, talking about the full moon and the herbs and the energy that we can draw and use during this amazing phase of the moon. I mentioned in the previous episode that the full moon has always captivated me, and by harnessing her energy during this phase, I found ways to enhance my own emotional well-being, set powerful intentions, and connect more deeply with the rhythms of the universe. In addition to that, over time, I have found that this is when spirits usually visit me. Now, full moons, right, they're all about peak energy. It's about the completion of things. And I did do a 3-part Moon Magic series back in 23 that talks about all of the amazing phases and what we can do with them. But for today, with a full moon, we want to focus on our own personal power, our own personal success. We want to charge things, and we want to have some type of celebration about our intentions and our goals reaching their peak. It really is a time of celebration. It's a time of completeness. It's all about harvest and fulfilling our dreams. So today we are going to dive deeper into the 3 herbs that I pulled for our full moon cocktails. And then I have, oh my gosh, I have my mom. My mom is joining me to actually make the cocktails and the mocktail. And oh my goodness, you guys, if you have been with me for a while now, you know that just a short few months ago, my mom was fighting for her life. Back on May 1st, she had open heart surgery, and it was emergency open heart surgery. And here we are, like not even 4 months later, and she is at my kitchen table recording an episode with me. Oh my God, like that's amazing. Amazing, amazing. Like she is working so hard on her physical therapy, on gaining her strength back, and adjusting to the new life that she has. And I'm so lucky to have her with me still, and I'm very, very grateful that my time and journey with her did not end in May. So huge thank you to my mom, who, oh my gosh, she turned 82 in May. But a huge, huge thank you to my mom for doing this episode with me. I love that we got to spend the evening together and that I now get to share it with you. Okay, but before I bring my mom in, let's dive deep into the 3 main herbs I pulled for the full moon. And they are mugwort, jasmine, and bay laurel, or the bay leaf. All right, mugwort. This is our herb. It has often been hailed as the quintessential herb for lunar magic and certainly for full moon rituals. It is known for its strong connection to the moon. This herb really is believed to enhance our psychic abilities, to enhance our dreams, and definitely to enhance our intuition. Now, many practitioners use mugwort to make dream pillows or teas, that are going to help facilitate the vivid dreams and our deeper introspection. So this herb can be burned as, an incense during a full moon, during a full moon ceremony, to also help, purify the space and invite mystical energies in. So mugwort is a perennial herb. It is native to Europe, to Asia, to North Africa, but honestly, it can be found in many parts of the world now. So mugwort does have a rich history of use in traditional medicine, in folklore, and certainly witchcraft, where it is valued for its medicinal properties and spiritual significance. So the characteristics of mugwort, it typically grows somewhere between 3 to 6 feet tall. That's going to really depend on whether you put it into a container, which I highly, highly recommend, or you just plant it in the ground. But mugwort has, deeply lobed, dark green leaves with a little bit of a silvery underside to them. And the plant produces small, yellowish or maybe reddish brown flowers in late summer. So for the aroma, we know it's got that strong, really earthy, maybe a little bit bitter aroma to it, which definitely becomes more pronounced when the leaves are crushed or dried. For medicinal uses, it's probably going to be digestive aid first. Mugwort has traditionally been used to treat the digestive issues like indigestion, bloating, even poor appetite. So for that, it's going to be consumed as a tea or a tincture that you would add into something. Another medicinal use mugwort is highly well known for is going to be menstrual support. This is going to be to either maybe help regulate menstruation or even alleviate menstrual cramps. But it sometimes can also be used to stimulate menstruation in cases of delayed periods. And then the third medicinal use, or top 3, for the top 3 are going to be probably for the nervous system. Mugwort is known for that nice, mild sedative property that it has to alleviate anxiety, stress, and even insomnia. And for this, you're going to want a nice warm tea, herbal tea, to drink before bed. All right, for these spiritual and magical uses, DreamWorks probably at the top. Mugwort really is most famous for its association with our dream work and our lucid dreaming. It's believed to enhance vividness and recall of dreams and to facilitate prophetic dreams or our lucid dreams. So for this, mugwort is often placed underneath a pillow, so we smell and get that aroma all night. It can be made into a sachet or even burned as incense, to promote these effects. I personally like having it as my bedtime tea for this. Now for protection, I would say it's various magical traditions use mugwort for protection, and it's going to be against, negative energy, against evil spirits, and, against psychic attacks. So for this, it's going to be carried in sachets, could be hung in doorways, or even burned as incense for this purpose. Divination, I would say mugwort is commonly used. It is going to be in our rituals and our spells related to any type of divination practice that you perform. It's thought to enhance psychic abilities and intuition, which really does make it a popular herb for scrying, for tarot reading, and really any form of divination that you practice. But because mugwort is protective, it can also be used in purification rituals. It can be burned as a smudge stick, used in baths even, or, incorporated into rituals, any type of ritual that you have to cleanse your space of negative energy. And then the last one, again, kind of tapping into that protection element, I would say for travel and safe journeys, mugwort can be used as a protective herb for travelers. It is believed to keep harm away and ensure that safe passage, whether in physical journeys or spiritual travels. Now for a little bit of folklore and mythology, mugwort and this, protection and healing aspect of mugwort, it was often worn to, ward off wild animals, evil spirits, and disease. But the Romans actually reportedly placed mugwort in their sandals to protect against fatigue during long marches. I thought that was interesting. All right, back to the actual herb, though, and growing it. I love my personal mugwort. You guys, if you remember from a previous episode, this was like a covert operation that Annika did for me and went into her dad's garden and actually got some mugwort, which I love. I love when things are connected like that. But we propagated it. We both got plants from it. So I love my personal mugwort plant. But it's really easy to grow, you guys. If you don't or have not already started a plant for yourself, it thrives in a variety of soils, but it really does prefer something that is kind of well draining and a location that has full sun. But I do believe it can tolerate a little bit of partial shade. But it's a hardy plant, and it can be somewhat invasive if it's not managed. So I do like mine in pots. I have not planted it in the ground because once you do, it grows. It takes over. Now, the harvesting of mugwort, the leaves and the flowering tops are typically going to be harvested in late summer, and they can be used fresh or, dried for later. But it really is. Mugwort is a versatile herb with a wide range of uses in both traditional medicine and our spiritual practices, whether it's for health benefits or magical properties. I think mugwort has been a valued herb for centuries, and it's highly used in many witchcraft practices for its association with those protective elements, for divination and our dream work. So for our practices, I grabbed a couple just to give a little bit more information on them. The dream work and lucid dreaming is probably one of the more popular ones. Mugwort is often going to be placed in dream pillows or sachets, and then put under our pillows or even our mattress to help enhance our dreams. It is believed to promote vivid, prophetic, lucid dreams, helping practitioners gain insight or messages through their dreams. A dream tea, I like. So, some witches are going to drink mugwort tea before bed to facilitate more vivid dreams and to improve dream recall. This is done cautiously, right? You guys be careful, know your dosage. Mugwort can be quite potent. Now, for the divination and scrying, I would say that's going to be another popular area. Mugwort is going to be used to enhance psychic abilities and our intuition. For this, it can be burned, again, I mentioned, but it can be burned as incense during divination practices like our tarot readings, crystal ball gazing even, or even scrying in water or mirrors. Anointing oil is good for this one. Mugwort can be infused into an oil and then used to anoint the third eye or any of our tools that we're going to use in divination. This really is going to, help me, the practitioner, with our psychic channels and improve our clarity during the readings. For protection and purification, I don't know. I haven't done the smudging or burning of mug. Oh, no, yes, I did. I take that back. I take that back. So anyway, mugwort is often burned as a smudge or incense to cleanse and protect a space from negative energies, right? It's particularly favored for its strong protective qualities. Sorry, my dog is barking. I don't know if you, hopefully the door shut, he's still loud. But it's got those strong protective qualities, right? So it's often going to be used before rituals or during house cleansings. Sorry, I had to go let my dog out. Sometimes you just got to go figure out what the barking is about, right? Okay, but for the protective and purification, smudging and burning, this is going to be easy to do by placing the mugwort in a sachet, in a pouch, some type of amulet, and then carried to provide that personal protection. These can be carried on us, again, hung in the doorways, or placed in a car for safe travel. Now, for the astral projection and the spiritual journeying, I think mugwort that's our go-to herb, right? Mugwort is used by many witches to assist with the astral projection or the out-of-body experiences. It is believed to help us maintain control and clarity while exploring, other realms. And for this, the herb can be burned. It can be consumed as a tea before meditation to, deepen the experience and facilitate the spiritual journeys or, the vision quests. For the healing and health, oh gosh, mugwort is used in so many healing rituals and spells, particularly ones focused on our mental health and our emotional healing. It can be added to healing baths, made into a poultice, or, burned during rituals aimed at restoring our balance and our well-being. And again, for some magical practices, mugwort is going to be used to support that menstrual health, particularly to regulate cycles and ease menstruation pain. Since it is highly associated with the moon and that feminine energy, it really makes it a natural choice for these types of rituals. For our cleansing and consecration, I would say mugwort is going to be often used. And this is going to be, to help consecrate our magical tools, to help cleanse them. This can be our wands, our crystals, our altars. But, burning mugwort incense or passing tools through the mugwort smoke, it's believed to purify them and remove any lingering negative energy. Sometimes just energy too, right? A cleanse does not have to be removing something bad from it. It could just be defining, hey, the energy that was used in this tool or with this tool previously is done. It's complete. And I need to have a new beginning, a clean tool to start a new project with or a new ritual with. So sacred spaces, I think mugwort can be used to cleanse and consecrate a sacred space for rituals, ensuring that the area really is spiritually clean and then protected from any unwanted influences. Now, our ritual baths, I had such a great bathtub at my previous place. And this new one, not so much. There is a bathtub, but I haven't really gotten the thing at the bottom to plug it up so the bath water can collect. That's broken, so I need to fix it. When I say I need to fix it, I need to hire somebody to fix it. I have no idea how to fix that. But anyways, I do think mugwort can be used to aid our ritual baths, again to cleanse the aura and prepare us for magical work. Mugwort bath can be used to wash away that negative energy and open us up to spiritual insights and psychic awareness. And then harvesting. We need to be mindful and careful when we harvest our mugwort, whether it is from our own garden, whether it has been harvested for you and then mailed to you. But I think many witches are going to perform a small ritual just to honor the plant and ask for its permission before taking it. This can be used with every herb, with anything you do. It's such a nice way to show respect for the plant's spiritual significance. And offerings, right? Mugwort can be used for offerings to deities, to spirits, or ancestors, particularly those associated with the moon, with the earth, or any type of protection that you're working with or asking for. So again, mugwort. This is the first cocktail that we're going to be making tonight. I know this is spending a little bit more time on the herbs than I have in the past, but mugwort really is considered a powerful herb, and it's versatile. It's a versatile herb in our craft because of its potency. It is often used with intention and care, particularly in practices involving dreams, divination, and spiritual protection. Okay, jasmine. Love the smell of jasmine. So jasmine flowers are revered for their intoxicating fragrance and their association with lunar energy. This herb is often used in love spells, divination, and rituals that seek to involve the divine feminine. So jasmine's calming properties makes it perfect for meditation and relaxation. It really does help to align our energy with the gentle yet powerful vibrations of the full moon. So infusing your bathwater with jasmine flowers or using jasmine essential oil in a diffuser maybe during a full moon, both of those can create a really nice and serene and sacred atmosphere. So the jasmine is a flowering plant from the genus Jasminium, which belongs to the olive family, believe it or not. While jasmine is more commonly known, I think, for its fragrant flowers rather than being like a traditional herb, it is actually used in various cultural, medicinal, and spiritual practices. So jasmine plants are native to warm, kind of temperate, tropical regions, particularly in Asia and the Mediterranean. But I know in the United States, certainly in California, we can grow jasmine real well here too. So characteristics. The jasmine plant is kind of a shrub-like plant. It has vines, can even be kind of groomed into small trees depending on the species that you're working with. The flowers are usually white, maybe a little bit of yellow, though some species I think have really pretty pink flowers to them. The blossoms are really small, like super small and star-shaped, and they have a high fragrant scent that is most intense in the evening or at night, making it perfect for using in our full moon cocktails. So the aroma, if you know, you know. Jasmine is renowned for its sweet, rich, and intoxicating fragrance. And the scent really is highly valued in perfumes, in aromatherapy, and many religious rituals too. For some varieties, I think you've got three main ones. You've got the common jasmine. Also, people might say like the true jasmine. And this one is widely cultivated for its fragrant white flowers. The Arabian jasmine, this one is going to be known, again, for its highly fragrant flowers. And it's often going to be the one used in perfumes and teas, particularly in Southeast Asia. And then the third one is called a winter jasmine. This is the one that's going to do the yellow flowers, and it actually blooms in winter, which is unlike the other two jasmines, the common and the Arabian one. So for culinary uses, the tea, that for sure, that's going to be the most used one. That jasmine tea, particularly like the jasmine green tea, but it's basically made by infusing tea leaves with the scent of jasmine flowers, creating that really fragrant and flavorful drink. And in some cultures, jasmine flowers are used to flavor syrups, desserts, and confections. Let's see, for medicinal uses of jasmine, I think grabbing the oil for aromatherapy is probably going to be the more popular one. This is definitely derived from the flowers, and it's going to be used for Aromatherapy in calming and uplifting environments. It's believed to help reduce stress, help reduce anxiety, help with depression, and is often used to promote relaxation and to enhance our moods. Skincare is another one, though. Jasmine oil can be used or is found in skincare products, and it's used for its moisturizing and like soothing properties. It's particularly beneficial for dry, sensitive, or inflamed skin. Now, for the cultural and religious uses, I think jasmine flowers are often found in spiritual ceremonies in many cultures, particularly Hinduism and Buddhism. Jasmine garlands and offerings are made to deities. And the flowers are also used in their weddings and other, celebrations as symbols of purity and love. For perfume and incense, I think jasmine's a pretty regular key ingredient in many traditional perfumes and incenses. The scent is considered sacred in many cultures, and it is used to create a peaceful and holy atmosphere. Now, back to the actual plant. I think jasmine is relatively easy to grow. It thrives in warm, sunny climates, and it does love that well-drained soil. So it can be grown in gardens. It can be grown as a potted plant or as a climbing vine on trellises or fences. And for harvesting it, I think that the flowers are typically harvested in the early morning when their scent is going to be the strongest. The flowers are delicate, right? So they should be handled gently to preserve their fragrance. Jasmine, with its intoxicating fragrance and versatile uses, it's cherished, right? So it's cherished in many cultures around the world and is often used in our witchy community. With its fragrant flowers and associations with love, spirituality, and the divine, it has really become a beloved herb in our craft and our magical practices. Now, we can use jasmine in various ways, often focusing on its properties related to love, attraction, spirituality, and even our prophetic dreams. So with love and attraction, I think jasmine is going to be great with love spells and rituals to attract the romantic love, or even deepen an existing relationship, or something, to enhance that passion. The flowers, essential oil, or even jasmine scented items can be incorporated into spells to draw love or strengthen bonds between partners. Now, dried jasmine flowers can be placed in sachets for this, in pouches or amulets, and then carried to attract love or romantic attention. These can be kept under a pillow, right? They can be worn, or they can even be given to a loved one. For our dreams, our dream magic, our prophetic dreams, I think jasmine is commonly used in dream pillows for that, or even sachets to promote the prophetic dreams and enhance our dream recall. The flowers are believed to open the mind to spiritual messages, and that we can receive during our sleep. Burning jasmine is good for this. Just burn a little bit of the incense before you go to bed. And it's just another way to encourage those vivid dreams or, the meaningful dreams. This could also maybe be part of a ritual to seek guidance or clarity through dreams. For our spiritual meditation practices, I believe jasmine is used to, create that serene and spiritually uplifting atmosphere during our rituals. The scent of jasmine is thought to open the heart chakra, fostering a deeper connection to the divine and our higher selves. Now, jasmine oil can be used to anoint our bodies, to anoint candles, or any of our ritual tools to, bless and sanctify them. It's particularly favored in rituals that are going to seek to enhance spiritual awareness or divine connection. Now, I don't personally lean on jasmine for protection herb, but I do like it for purification. So it's going to be used in some rituals for some people to protect against negative energy, especially in matters of the heart or our emotional well-being. It can be burned as an incense for this, added to protective sachets, or infused into oils for anointing. Now, I do like jasmine flowers for ritual baths. And this is to kind of, cleanse and purify, promote that peace, and prepare us for our magical work. The bath is often taken before rituals, or can be, that are going to be focused on love, spirituality, or emotional healing. And then for the divination and psychic enhancement, I believe jasmine can be used to enhance our psychic abilities and our intuition. It can be burned as incense for this. It can be used in anointing oil during divination practices such as tarot, scrying, whatever form you do for your fortune telling. But also, for our dream magic. Jasmine is used to promote the psychic visions during sleep. So it's thought that we receive messages from the spiritual realm or gain insights into future events. And the jasmine herb can help us with this. For offerings and rituals, I think jasmine's going to be particularly favored, and when offered to deities that are associated with love, with the moon, or spiritual wisdom maybe. Flowers can be placed on an altar or even used to create garlands for offerings. And I just think in general, the jasmine flowers are frequently used to decorate our altars or our sacred spaces during any ritual. Their presence, I just love the jasmine flowers, but their presence is believed to attract that positive energy and blessing. For manifestation and spell casting, I just think the jasmine's association with the moon makes it an ideal herb for any of our moon rituals or, any of our spells aimed at manifesting our desires. So this can be included in moon water. Jasmine can be used to charge our crystals or, anything incorporated into the spells performed during the full moon, making it perfect for our full moon cocktail. But jasmine oil also, or the flowers, can be used in candle magic, especially spells, again, going back to that love, attraction, and certainly our spiritual growth. Candle can be anointed with jasmine oil or just surrounded, by little jasmine flowers during the spell. And then emotional healing, I think jasmine used in our practices for any of our rituals to heal emotional wounds, particularly those related to love and relationships. It's going to be really good. That soothing energy of jasmine is believed to help release pain and foster self-love and promote our emotional balance. So jasmine, I think it is just cherished in our witchcraft practice, honestly, for its potent energy, but really its versatile uses, especially though in matters of the heart, spiritual growth, and our psychic development. Now, this is definitely a moon herb, so it's a perfect one to bring in to the full moon cocktails. Its fragrance, its beauty, they both add a nice, powerful element to our rituals and our spells, really making it a favorite among many in our practice. Okay, the third herb, moving right along, the bay laurel. Now, our bay leaves, this is a small evergreen tree or shrub that is native to the Mediterranean region. It is commonly known as simply bay, right, or the bay tree. And it's a source of the culinary herb known as the bay leaf. So characteristics for this are going to be glossy leaves. They are typically a pretty dark green in color and elliptical in shape. They are aromatic and they are used as, an herb in cooking, often dried and used to flavor soups, stews, sauces, and marinades. Now the flowers from a bay bush or a bay tree, they're going to be like small, like really, really tiny, pale yellow, maybe a little green tint to them, but they typically are in like little clusters. Now after the flowering, the tree develops small, dark purple to black berries, although the fruit itself is not like actually used. So bay leaves, that's what it's all about. The leaves are going to be the most well-known part of the bay laurel, commonly used to add flavor to various dishes. They have a distinctive, aromatic, and slightly bitter taste when used in their dried form. The leaves are usually removed before serving the dish as they can be super tough and sharp. So symbolism and history, I think we can go back to Greece and Rome for this one. The bay laurel was a symbol of victory and honor. Wreaths made from bay laurel leaves were awarded to victors in athletic competitions and to poets and to scholars. So the term laurelette, as in poet laureate, originates from this practice. So the bay leaf has been cultivated for its leaves and its symbolic value for thousands of years. But it was also believed to have protective properties, so it was planted near homes. So the bay laurel is a pretty versatile plant. It's same with the two just mentioned, with mugwort and with jasmine. The bay laurel can be grown in our gardens or certainly in pots. And they're pretty easy to care for. They also like well-drained soil and plenty of sunlight. So bay leaves, they have a long history of use in witchcraft, right? You're probably most familiar with writing on them, but long history in witchcraft, magic, and spiritual practices. They're revered for their protective, purifying, and healing properties. First and foremost, protection spells. This is going to be to ward off negative energy. The bay leaves are often going to be used in rituals to protect against evil spirits, negative energy, and psychic attacks. So a common practice is to place bay leaves in the corners of a home, or even carry them in a sachet or amulet for personal protection. And house cleaning or cleansing, I should say, burning dried bay leaves is believed to cleanse a space of negative energy and purify the environment. This can be done as part of a regular spiritual cleansing or, before doing it before performing other rituals. Now, one popular practice is to write a wish or intention on a bay leaf and then burn it. So for our manifestation and our, wish magic element of using the bay leaves in our practice, this is first and foremost. It's certainly the most common one. We write our wish, our intention on the bay leaf, and then as the leaf burns, it is believed that the wish will be, carried off to the universe to be manifested. So I've done this one. I'm sure you've done that one. We're all familiar with this one, and it's certainly something I use in my practice often. For healing and health, I think, in our practice, I think bay leaves are going to be used can be used in healing spells and rituals. They can be added to healing baths, teas, or oils to promote physical health and well-being. But also emotional health, right? Bay leaves can be used in rituals aimed at our emotional healing, helping us relieve stress, anxiety, or any lingering emotional pain. For our divination and dream magic, bay leaves are believed to enhance our psychic abilities and our intuition. They can be used in meditation or, again, placed under a pillow to encourage those prophetic dreams and visions. If you're looking for dream protection, you can place bay leaves under your pillow or in, like a little sachet. And it is said to protect against nightmares and help promote restful sleep. For success and victory, again, going back to the Romans using it, the bay leaf is really associated with that victory and achievement in the ancient cultures. So using them in spells and rituals aimed at achieving success in various endeavors, such as our career advancement, competitions, our personal goals, is going to be just perfect. But we can also burn bay leaves for communication. Bay leaves are thought to aid in communication with the divine or spirit world. So it can be part of rituals to connect with our ancestors, to connect with spirit guides or deities. And then love spells. I think we can use the bay leaf, and it can be incorporated into love spells, particularly those that are going to be focusing on attracting a specific person or, strengthening an existing relationship. They can be added to our love spells, to our love potions. They can be put in sachets, and again, or also placed under the mattress to encourage passion and fidelity. So bay leaves, love them. That is going to be my third herb in our Spellbound Spirits series here for the full moon. The bay leaves are truly valued for their versatility in witchcraft and can be used alone, right? Or combined with other herbs and materials, depending on what your intentions are. Okay, and then lastly, I have mixed berries. And this one I used in the mocktail, which actually, oh my gosh, Mom and I turned into a cocktail. I'm so sorry. But it starts off as a mocktail, but we loved it so much. One of those drinks where it's like, oh my gosh, I can't drink this fast enough. But we thought, hey, you know what? Adding a little bit of vodka to it. So we have two versions, but mixed berries is the fourth element that I wanted to bring into the full moon cocktails tonight and mocktail. It just complements, I think, the full moon energy. I also happen to be pulling it because it complements the full moon gummy that is coming out soon. We are super close. But mixed berries, those are typically going to include strawberries, blueberries, raspberries, blackberries, and sometimes other things or other berries like cranberries or mulberries. But they are nutrient-dense fruits that are packed with health benefits. So here's some of the key health benefits of consuming mixed berries. Number one, they are rich in antioxidants. Right? Berries are known for their high antioxidant content, particularly, I think it's called anthocyanins. They give them their vibrant colors. So antioxidants help protect our cells from oxidative stress and free radical damage, which reduces the risk of chronic diseases like heart disease and cancer. Mixed berries supports our health. Regular consumption of mixed berries is associated with improved heart health. Berries help or can help to lower blood pressure, they help reduce inflammation, and they decrease the LDL, which is our bad cholesterol levels, all of which contribute to a lower risk of heart disease. They improve our blood sugar. Despite being sweet, berries have a low glycemic index, which can help help regulate blood sugar levels. They contain fiber, which slows down the digestion and absorption of sugar, making them a great option for people managing diabetes or trying to maintain steady blood sugar levels. Mixed berries are high in dietary fiber. They are an excellent source of this dietary fiber, which is essential for digestive health. Fiber helps promote regular bowel movements. It prevents constipation, and it supports the growth of healthy gut bacteria. Mixed berries supports our brain health. The antioxidants and the anti-inflammatory compounds found in berries are beneficial for brain health. Regular consumption of berries has been linked to improved memory, cognitive function, and a reduced risk of neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's. Mixed berries boost immune systems. That's our sixth one. Berries are rich in vitamin C, which is an essential nutrient for a healthy immune system. Vitamin C helps the body fight off infections. It just supports our overall immune function. And the antioxidants in berries, they play a key role in reducing inflammation and boosting immunity. So number 7, it promotes healthy skin. Mixed berries have a high level of antioxidants, vitamins, and minerals, and they contribute, all of those contribute to healthy, glowing skin. Vitamin C in particular is crucial for collagen production, which helps keep the skin firm and youthful. The antioxidants also protect the skin from damage caused by UV rays and environmental pollutants. The 8th one is anti-inflammatory properties. The mixed berries or berries in general have a strong anti-inflammatory effect due to their high content of antioxidants and phytochemicals. Chronic inflammation is linked to many diseases, including heart disease, cancer, and autoimmune conditions. So, including an anti-inflammatory food like berries in your diet is going to be beneficial. And number 9, it aids in weight management. Mixed berries are low in calories but high in fiber and water, making them a satisfying and nutritious snack. Their fiber content helps you feel full longer, which can aid in weight management and preventing overeating. Number 10, it may help fight cancer. Those phytochemicals and antioxidants, found in mixed berries, they've been shown to have anti-cancer properties. These compounds may help protect our cells from damage that can lead to cancer and inhibit the growth of cancer cells. Mixed berries support eye health. The antioxidants in berries, particularly the anthocyanins, if I'm saying that right, and vitamin C, They help protect the eyes from age-related conditions like cataracts and macular degeneration. Berries also support overall eye health by reducing oxidative stress in the eyes. Number 12, berries improve our gut health. The fiber in berries not only aids digestion, but it also supports the growth of beneficial gut bacteria. A healthy gut microbiome is crucial for overall health, influencing everything from our digestion and our immunity to our mental health. And last but not least, it's hydrating, right? That berries are hydrating. Mixed berries have a high water content, which helps keep us hydrated, especially during hot weather or intense physical activity. So incorporating a variety of mixed berries into your diet is a delicious way to boost our overall health, thanks to their wide range of nutrients and their beneficial properties. So blending these with our mocktail today was something I really wanted to do, and I think it is perfect to bring into the full moon energy. Let's go ahead and head over to the recording. Originally, I posted that I was going to have a special guest on. Not that my mom is not special, but I could not work out the timing with him, so I will be having the gentleman that I kind of place marked for this on a different episode. Something to do with cocktails, though, because he's so good with the mixology side of everything. Then I was going to have Annika and her boyfriend Connor come in and help me make the cocktails and the mocktail. But you know what? It just worked out that it was me and my mom, and it ended up being such a special night. And this is a long episode only because I really wanted to give a bunch of specific information for the 3 herbs that I pulled and then the mixed berries. But let's go ahead and move over to the 4 drinks that we're going to make. They are, again, mugwort, and we're going to be making a mugwort moonlight martini. If you want to make any of these with us, I'm going to list out the ingredients. The second one is jasmine. We created a jasmine blossom martini. Third one is using the bay leaf, using bay laurel. We made a laurel gin sour for that one. And then our mocktail at the end, our mixed berry mocktail, which was, oh my gosh, so good that we did a little splash of something to turn it into a cocktail. But if you want to grab ingredients and make the drinks along with us, you're going to need gin, dry vermouth, elderflower liqueur, lots of fresh lemon juice, mugwort syrup. You're going to need a jasmine liqueur or a jasmine syrup. You're going to need just a basic simple syrup, edible jasmine flowers. You're going to need bay laurel syrup, or the bay leaf syrup, an egg white, lots of mixed berries, not lots, let's see, what did we do? I think it was like maybe about a half a cup total that we used. And whatever mixed berries you want to do is fine, strawberries, raspberries, blueberries, blackberries, boysenberry, whatever you want. But you're going to need about a half a cup of mixed berries. You're going to need some agave syrup and some sparkling water. You'll need lots of ice cubes, and then some garnishment stuff like mint leaves, lemon slices, the jasmine flower I used. And I think that's it. Those are going to be all the ingredients, and then we'll go over these specific amounts that are needed for each one. All right, so no more delay. I am so excited that my mom gets to be with me again, and I get to do this recording with her. So I'm going to switch right over to that one, and you're going to be at my kitchen table with me and my mom making full moon cocktails. Okay, we are back, and guess what, guys? We have a little bit of a game changer. So I have my mom back with me, and you guys will remember her joining us. Which one?
Oh my gosh, right? It was another
waxing.
It was waxing. And it was another alcohol-related program.
It was the other alcohol-related program.
Yes, it was.
Okay, so my mom is back. Last time you guys heard from her, she was joining us with the waxing moon cocktails. And luckily, she's saving my butt by being here today because I was going to have Annika and Connor, who you guys love hearing from. They were going to join, but they're both a little under the weather right now. So it's going to be me and Mom for this one.
It's all good.
We got it. We've got it. And I know on the intro, I went over all of the herb details. I wanted to kind of separate that out this time just to really focus on the ingredients of the cocktails, of course, that we're making, but the specific herbs and the energies and the wonderful things we can use them with and for with our practice.
And this is with a full moon.
Today it is all about full moon, Mom. This is like full energy.
And why do these recipes reflect the full moon?
So the specific recipes, maybe not in detail, but the herb in them does.
Gotcha.
So there's a lot of different herbs that are going to be tied to a full moon, but the ones that we're working with today, which is going to be mugwort, jasmine, the bay leaf or bay laurel, and then mixed berries, those are all full moon, full energy.
Okay. Is it in the full moon that they kind of come into their fullness in their production cycle, or?
No, you're thinking more specifically of like maybe the growing of the herb.
Yeah,
so
I am.
I'm talking about using the energy of the herb.
energy.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, so mugwort is really good for like helping with lucid dreams.
Oh.
If you are wanting to communicate with spirits, your ancestors.
Okay.
Anything like that, mugwort's going to help with that type of stuff. And
Perfect.
Full moons are typical for that type of energy.
Okay.
Being at its peak, maybe the veil being a little bit thinner, and so the herbs, not necessarily the growing portion of them or the harvesting of them,
but the properties of them.
but the properties of
Got it.
them and the energy that we can work with.
Okay,
Yeah.
perfect. I
All
love
right,
it.
So what's our first
Our
cocktail?
first cocktail is the Mugwort Moonlight Martini.
Ooh, yes, please.
Yes.
What can I hand you? What do you need for
We
this?
need some ice into our glasses.
Okay.
And there's some ice.
Are you going to stand up?
I think I will stand up if that's all. Or do you want me to sit? It's
No, that's
easier for
good.
me to reach things if I'm standing.
If you're standing, that's fine. Yeah, just move the chair over. Okay, so we need ice. How many? Just so like.
I would say 2, maybe 3.
Okay.
Oh, perfect. And then we can use one of these little measuring spoons
Yeah.
as a stir spoon too, which will be perfect. Okay, so we've already prepared the mugwort syrup.
Okay.
So we'll just get right to, it says to fill a shaker, but I think we can make this in the glass.
Can we do a stir?
Yeah, we can do a stir, absolutely.
Can I let everybody know real fast before we do? One of the things that has certainly not bothered me, but with the previous 2 recordings, the new moon and then the waxing moon cocktails, I'm just not a big simple syrup user. And I know you and I were talking about this earlier, Mom.
Yeah.
So you guys, I did a workaround for today, and I don't know if it's going to work. We're going to, Mom and I are going to see if we can tweak it a little bit to work.
We can.
But what I did was I love mugwort tea. So I basically made tea with fresh mugwort from my own garden. And then I made a separate simple syrup so that I can retain the bulk tea that is made and just pull out a little bit to make like a mugwort simple syrup, because I won't use that simple syrup moving forward.
No, flavor more than anything
right?
else.
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
Absolutely.
So I'm curious to see if this is going to work.
Well, we'll give it a try.
Okay.
We're going to start out with 1 ounce of gin.
Okay, gin.
Okay, there's that. And then we need 1 ounce of dry vermouth.
Okay, so we got 1 ounce of gin.
Another ounce of dry vermouth.
1 to 1, huh?
Yeah, this is pretty. Okay.
We got our dry vermouth.
This is very precise measuring. I want you all to know that too. And now this is a new one for me. This is elderflower liqueur, which smells amazing.
Does it smell like elderflower?
Can you smell that? No, we can't. Oh, here, you can smell it. It's very intense.
It smells like it. It smells
Yeah,
like elder, yeah.
And it's only a half an ounce. Well, my measurer only goes to 1 ounce, so I'm just going to have to kind of eyeball.
I love it.
Which a half ounce is kind of like a splash.
It's
just a touch.
Just a touch.
And then a 1/4 ounce of fresh lemon juice. There again, we're not really going to measure because it's just
so-
like
it's
I'm
more
going to
like a
use
little
one of the
one, yeah.
little spoons, your measuring spoons here,
Perfect.
because that's kind of, hey, we're going to try this, and if we drop dead, then we'll know that this wasn't a good combination.
No, to the listeners, move on.
Yeah, moving right
I'll
along.
make this one.
And now 1 teaspoon of mugwort syrup.
So okay, so how would you suggest
How
doing
are we
this?
going to do this?
Just do a teaspoon, double it.
Let's just do a scoop of this.
Okay.
We're gonna, here, let me tip that a little bit.
Okay.
Okay, we'll do that, and we're gonna do just a
Did you like the way
drop.
that smells?
I do like the way that smells.
Me too.
Oh, this took away your crystals.
It did.
So that's good. So we're just gonna, I think this really more than anything, it's just a little touch
right?
for sweetness is all that is, really. Okay, so that's all that we need to put in it.
Okay.
Ice, lemon, we have our beautiful lemon twist right here. We'll
Yep,
add
okay,
that to
adding
this. When we're all finished, let's give that a stir, and then we'll see what our martini. Now, this, I will have to say, this should be shaken, and the reason for it is that whenever you use citrus in a drink, you shake it, you don't stir it.
Yeah.
And it really helps to combine all the ingredients harmoniously, if you will.
Yeah.
But this is going to give us an idea. Give it a try.
Okay.
See what you think.
Here we go. This is called
the Mugwort Moonlight Martini.
I taste a mugwort.
Oh, do you really?
I actually do. Yeah.
That is interesting.
It's the dry vermouth that makes it the martini-ish.
Oh, I think. Oh, I like that.
Same.
I like that very much.
Would you go a little less vermouth? That was even gin to even.
I think I
vermouth.
might. Well, it was even gin and vermouth. Those were both 1 ounce portions.
That's interesting, huh?
Would
you go a little less vermouth, maybe?
I'm personally not a gin drinker.
Yeah.
But I do like this. I think the proportions are good just as they are. It's
That's quite
balanced.
lovely.
It is very lovely.
I like it. And
Yeah.
I definitely get the mugwort.
Yeah.
And I get the elder.
Oh, that's like a little surprise ingredient.
There's a little, right?
Because there's a little edge of sweetness to it, not very much, but there's a definite fragrance to it that's lovely. You can smell it, but you can taste it as well.
You can, yeah. And I've never had that, but this is a new one for me.
Nice. Who knew?
Especially we're literally recording.
Oh yeah, yes we are.
Before this comes out, so it is August. It is hot. We're in California.
Oh yeah.
This is a nice.
It's very refreshing. The lemon juice does that though.
Yeah, it does.
Nah, that makes it kind of
I
doable.
really like this one.
I do too. I think it's a keeper. Yay!
Okay, that's a yay. Okay, we are going to grab the ingredients for the next one, and we will move right along.
Perfect. You found a shaker.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're going to try this one more time because we did find a shaker.
So this is still our mugwort moonlight martini.
Let's just see.
And basically, when you shake, you strain.
Oh, I got you.
You don't put the ice, because the ice cubes will dilute it.
For sure.
Which you probably don't want your drink
Let's see if
too much
Yeah, I got it.
diluted.
So wake it up?
Oh my gosh, it's totally
Seriously?
different.
No way.
No,
Okay.
to me it's completely different. That makes such a difference. Isn't? I don't know.
Why would that make such a difference?
I am not a mixologist.
I'm not a mixologist. That one I even like better.
Okay, everybody, just
Here.
there. For those of you that already know this, I applaud you because I did not know this.
Mom and I are
There
catching
really is a difference
There
between
was.
stirring and shaking, and I've always heard that any drink that you mix that has citrus in it should be shaken because it somehow blends everything together much better than stirring does. So we've done this little martini, mugwort martini, both ways now. We did a stirred version, and now we just did a shaken version.
It matters.
And it does matter. The shaken version is fabulous.
It's fabulous. I
Absolutely
really like that.
fabulous. I do
Love.
too. Yeah, I do too. Ooh,
Okay,
I'm
so let's.
sorry.
I'm going to review real fast before we go on. I know we said we were
Okay.
grabbing the other ingredients, but mugwort, we've got 1 ounce gin, 1 ounce dried vermouth, half an ounce of elderflower liqueur, which was amazing.
Yes, it was.
1/4 of an ounce of fresh lemon juice, and then a teaspoon of mugwort syrup. If you need specific instructions on how to make that, it's basically you take a small saucepan, combine water and sugar, heat over medium heat until the sugar dissolves completely, and then you typically add your dried mugwort to the syrup, and then bring it to a nice little gentle simmer. Remove it from the heat, let it steep for about 15 minutes, strain the syrup through a fine mesh sieve, and then then you've got it. You've got your mugwort simple syrup. What we did different today, just because I'm not a big simple syrup girl, I just found from the last episodes I just wasn't using it after we were done, is I created my mugwort tea using my fresh mugwort from my garden, and then created a side simple syrup, and my mom basically combined them. Would you do like a teaspoon to teaspoon?
I did. Yeah.
And it completely worked. So if you are also not a big simple syrup person, that worked. And it Right?
There's no reason that it shouldn't. I mean, you're taking a concentrate, basically, and adding it to a sugar syrup.
Yeah.
And that's what it is.
Okay.
Wow.
So that amazing. And thank you for asking for the shaker. Like that.
Oh yeah, that
I'm
worked.
glad we did that.
I am too. It worked beautifully.
Okay, what is next up on the docket?
Okay, our next one we're going to do is the jasmine. It's called a jasmine blossom martini.
Nice. Okay.
So again, the ingredients are going to be 2 ounces of gin, 1 ounce of jasmine liqueur, ½ ounce of lemon juice. So we will be shaking it, and a ½ ounce of simple syrup, and ice, and some edible jasmine flowers,
which I've got in the thing.
And we do.
I have to say that was a struggle. The jasmine, I thought I was going to be able to find a little tincture of it or something, and people have it in an essential oil format. And I said, "Is that food grade?" And they were saying no. So you guys, this is I raw dogged it.
but not to say that some place may have it in a food grade.
To somewhere else, yeah.
Somewhere else might. We just didn't happen to locally.
Fair enough. And if I maybe don't do this planning only a week ahead of time, I would have time to order it and do the right things. But so I went to my garden again and got jasmine straight from it. And so this is fresh, organically grown jasmine. But when I smell it, it smells more like grassy.
But how beautiful is that?
I know, right?
That you're doing it from your own yard. I mean, to me, that's just...
That's where the magic happens.
That's where the magic happens.
It is, right? You planted it,
you've nurtured it. Yeah.
Okay, so tell me what to do.
So what we're going to do is we're going to take our wonderful new little shaker that we discovered. We're going to add some ice cubes to it.
Okay.
Okay, I'd say maybe 3. That'll give it a nice good shake. And we're going to do 2 ounces of gin.
Here, I got it. Right. Yep.
I think I better stand up since I can
see.
Thank you so much, because I didn't want to scrape it. And that's.
I need to get little things for
okay. 2 ounces of gin. That's
like 3.
It looks like 3.
That's 2. You got it.
2 ounces of gin. Okay. 1 ounce of jasmine liqueur. So how do we do this? I would say let's do almost an ounce, which would be to my thumb right about there. Okay, and then we'll take the rest of it in a little.
I like it. Simple syrup. Yeah.
In the simple syrup.
Okay, I think that's a good idea.
And that'll be, we'll just drizzle a little. I'm going to take it off the top because that's a little less.
This might be the.
This might be it. It might be. Okay, and then we're going to do some lemon juice, which is, how much have we got going here? We've got, I'm going to put that in. And now we're going to do 1/2 ounce of fresh lemon juice. Love it. And for all my squinting. Okay. Yep, it's kind of you can almost eyeball this kind of stuff. Okay, so based on our instructions, let's go over it one more time. 2 ounces of gin, 1 ounce of the jasmine liqueur, ½ ounce lemon juice, the simple syrup, we did that.
But this is separate. Is the jasmine liqueur?
Oh, ½ ounce of simple syrup and a full ounce. Oh,
is that gonna be weird?
You know,
because I don't have the jasmine liqueur.
Let's do the jasmine. Let's pour another little splash of the jasmine into that. I think we'll just do a splash. Yeah, I think that's perfect. Okay. And I did not do. Oh no, I did do a ½ ounce of lemon juice. So and with the simple syrup. Yeah, probably pretty close. Okay, let's try this. And we're going to decorate this with
fresh. I have some fresh blossoms we could use.
Fresh, and there we go. We're going to shake this up. And is that a clean glass?
This is.
We don't want to mix it with our mugwort.
No, we have our.
That might be a little too creative.
I'm loving the mugwort. Like
I would. In fact, I have my name written all over that one.
Seriously.
Okay.
I have a weird lucid dream to tell you about too.
Oh, really?
It just happened. It was so weird.
Okay, I'll let you be the first one.
Okay.
This may not be one of our favorites. I wish this was a visual, everybody.
It's not my favorite.
Okay.
It's not.
Okay.
It's not. Yeah, I don't know.
Oh.
It's just I just get lemon. Lemon and gin is what I get. I'm not getting the jasmine.
Oh, I'm not picking up the jasmine either, but it's very refreshing.
It's refreshing.
It's very.
It's
but now,
to
be very honest, this is called. It is a martini. It's called a martini. I would like this in a tall glass over ice cubes with maybe some club soda mixed in with it.
I have club soda.
I think that would be delicious.
Yeah,
we could try making it into a cooler or a spritzer
it's
kind of a thing. It's the lemon juice.
With lemon juice, like you just feel so good.
Oh yeah, yeah. I must admit I like the mugwort better.
Me too.
But this is different. It's in its own way.
Again, if I had been probably better prepared with ingredients, if it had a true hit, like when you smell jasmine, that is such a distinctive, beautiful smell.
Yeah.
If I got that from this,
it would be totally different.
It would be amazing.
Well, you know how you can walk through a neighborhood and you know who has night blooming jasmine, for example, or something, because it's a very distinctive fragrance.
Yeah.
This doesn't have that fragrance.
No.
I will admit. But
and that's where I think if there was, and I did ask the liquor stores if there was a jasmine liqueur, like the elderberry, that liqueur, okay. If that was in a jasmine form, it would be so concentrated.
Absolutely, it would be.
This drink has potential.
Yeah.
With the right ingredients.
Yeah.
Me doing
It says jasmine liqueur or jasmine syrup, and it does give the directions.
How do you do that? How's the jasmine syrup?
Combine water, sugar, blah, blah, blah. Bring simmer, remove, heat. Oh, add dried jasmine. Oh, here it is. A quarter cup of dried jasmine flowers. Not fresh. Not fresh. I bet that is.
Not concentrated enough.
Okay. Right? Yeah. And you have to make sure they're food grade.
And that was it. So I did. I did call a couple places, and they did have it. But again, it was the essential oil, not the food grade. But you need the concentrated little droplets of it.
You do, absolutely.
Because it's refreshing.
Oh, absolutely, it is. Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Okay.
Right.
Well, we learned.
Now the Bay Laurel. I think we're both gonna. You and me are both.
We're gonna like this one.
Let's grab the ingredient. What do you need for that one?
Okay, for that one, let me rinse this out. And
okay, so what do we need for this one, Mom?
Okay, this is a Bay Laurel Gin Sour. It's called.
Okay.
We need 2 ounces of gin.
Okay.
3/4 of an ounce of lemon juice.
Okay.
1/2 ounce of Bay Laurel syrup, which you've made. 1/2 ounce simple syrup.
Okay.
If needed for additional sweetness. Oh, an egg white topping, optional for frothiness.
Do we want that?
Not necessarily. Let's just go with the cocktail.
I can see it'd be cute though.
It would be pretty. It would make it look festive.
It would.
Yes. Like
and then ice.
Foaming.
So ice.
Okay, so we're gonna put ice in. Oh, well, let me make sure.
Yeah. What do we need?
We may not need to shake this. Yeah, we do need the shaker.
Okay.
Oh yeah, it has lemon juice. Of course we do.
All 3 of them. Interesting.
Yeah, that is interesting. So we're gonna put that in there. We're gonna need 2 ounces of gin. Okay, 2 ounces of gin. There's that.
Love it.
We need 3/4 of an ounce of lemon juice.
Okay.
I might go a little lighter on the lemon juice because it was so strong. Well.
Perfect.
Okay, there's that. We've got that. 1/2 ounce of Bay Laurel syrup. Yeah, those are coming along very nicely.
1/2 ounce of the Bay Laurel syrup. And again, you guys, I did not do the simple syrup. I have a separate Bay Laurel tea that I made. And then we're going to add the simple syrup just to this specific one. So I didn't make a whole jar.
Yeah. So, okay, so
I can already smell the smell of this though.
Oh, it's wonderful. So do we think we want a little additional sweetness? It might be nice to cut the lemon a little bit.
You're gonna need it twice. You're gonna need it for the simple syrup and for the
but this one is optional.
Well, let's
But I say let's go for it.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to do it.
I like it.
Okay, perfect. So now we're going to take that.
Shake?
We're going to do a little shaky shake. I'm making a mess out of everything. Shaky shake. Oh, we need another. Do we have another glass? I wish I could shake this like they do on television. It always looks so professional.
It's so theatrical.
Oh, it's so theatrical. Hey, sound effects are good too, though. It all works. Okay.
I can't believe the difference of shaking makes.
Isn't it interesting? It really is. Okay, go for it.
Okay,
see what
here
you
we
think. Ooh.
I don't know. Like, that's a hit. It's a sour, but it's a good sour.
Really?
Like, I just made the face like I'm 5 years old taking a sip
Yeah,
of
you-
alcohol.
yeah, you
I made
did.
my whole face scrunched up. But that's, like, I kind of like it, though. Do you?
Oh. Oh, I like that.
I do, too. I just wasn't
I
ready for
really
it.
like that. It almost tastes salty, but there's no salt in this. I'm not sure what I'm picking up. Maybe it's the bay. Bay isn't salty.
Could I put a splash of bay in there?
Yeah, go for it.
Just a little.
A little more. I think we could definitely. We'll give it a little stir.
Yeah. That. Okay, I love that.
I
This
actually.
and Muggy, I love.
Yeah, go for it. See what you
And
give
this is a
that.
bummer. I know I just messed up with the ingredients for Jasmine. If I had better quality
No. Sometimes you have to improvise. You go with what you've got if you can't find the ingredients.
stuff, right?
Yeah, and
I would drink.
it doesn't make the drink
But-
not successful. It just gives it a different personality.
Spoken like a true mother. Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
You always have my back.
Yeah,
I love that. Thank you.
that's what moms are
That's what
for.
moms do. Oh my gosh. That is amazing. I like it.
Oh,
Like, right?
now that you added that little extra
little
shot
more,
of
right.
bay, that's wonderful. Really like that.
I don't know why the bay is coming off a little eucalyptusy.
It's
Eucalyptusy to
Is
me.
it the same family? I
should-
don't
should
know.
that. This bay.
I do not know.
I bet you they are.
It could be related.
Yeah. I love. Okay, so what? Okay, let us know again what was in that. one.
Okay, this
That's
was
a yes for
the
me.
Bay Laurel Gin Sour.
Mm-hmm.
Again, it had 2 ounces of gin, 3/4 of an ounce of lemon juice,
Mm-hmm.
fresh lemon juice, 1/2 ounce of Bay Laurel syrup, which I have the recipe if you would like me to
Yep,
give
go
that.
ahead.
1/2 ounce of simple syrup if needed for additional sweetness.
Yeah.
And it does recommend 1 egg white to mix into it to make it frothy. Now, it might be interesting to take an egg white.
I can do it. You want me to do it real fast?
Let's do it. Let's do it just for the fun of it. Because
we flopped it before we put it in.
No,
Did we put it in like foam?
we'll,
Or did you
we'll,
shake it?
we'll shake it. That's exactly what we're going to do. Okay, I'm pouring the drink back into the shaker. And Charlene is getting the eggs out, and we're going to get an egg white, and I'm going to add it into this. And then we're going to shake it up, and that will change the personality and the taste quite a bit. Here, you can just break the, oh, you don't want to get any yellow into it. Okay, or any yellow, better known as yolk. Perfect, I love it. Ooh, beautiful eggs. Oh my gosh.
This will be interesting.
Okay, there it is.
I'll keep this for the dog's dinner.
Oh, of course. Boo Boo's gonna be such a happy puppy. Okay, I just poured the egg white into our shaker.
This is interesting.
We're gonna give this a really good shake.
Okay, all my protein girls out there, here we go. Egg whites are all about protein. Look at that.
It changed the appearance completely.
It really does.
And it's a little foamy. It increased the volume, obviously, a little bit as well.
Oh my gosh, I am curious.
Okay, and we know we can eat it. It's safe to eat.
Oh yeah.
So, I don't know if it will change the taste.
Love. Like it's just,
Really?
it doesn't really change the taste, to be honest, but
Okay.
it's just thick.
It just gives
thicker.
Okay, it gives it
And we get our protein.
some personality.
It gives it some personality.
Oh no, it changed it.
You think it changed it?
There's a smoothness, a creaminess to it that it did not have before.
Really? I didn't get that.
Okay, try it again. There's a little maybe it's a thickness. I think your word is better.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wrong verbiage, but
no, it's all good.
Love this drink.
Either way, with or with it, you don't need the egg white, but it's really yummy with it.
That was fun to add in.
Yeah,
it was. Truly, everybody listening, we literally just cracked an egg, put the egg white in, and Mom put it in the shaker again, shook everything up once more.
Yeah, a little bit of foam.
A little bit.
On the top.
Yeah.
It changed ever so slightly the color of the liquid itself.
It did.
It made it a little creamier looking.
Yeah.
To me, it almost thickened the drink a tiny bit.
That
not
was
a lot.
my first taste. My first inclination was it was a little bit thicker. Love.
Oh my gosh. For those of you that want to make the bay laurel syrup, it's a cup of water, a cup of sugar, basic for every sugar syrup, and 5 to 6 fresh or dried bay laurel leaves. Yeah, simple.
Simple syrup.
Syrups are fabulous. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and there we are.
Okay, those are our 3 alcohol drinks.
Yeah.
Those are our 3 full moon cocktails. I love the mugwort.
That was my favorite.
I'm fairly certain I would love the jasmine more if I had the correct dosage of jasmine. I really think that would be an amazing drink.
Yeah, I thought they were all wonderful. Each one very different.
Right?
And based on the moon cycles and the herbs that we used, which herbs are what would one expect by drinking a mugwort cocktail at this time?
Yeah, I like it. And you know what? Interesting that they were all 3 gin.
They were all gin drinks.
I didn't do that on purpose. Usually we have a little bit more of a diversity.
Yeah.
For some reason, we had 3 gins tonight.
Yeah.
Okay, so do we still have time?
Sure.
I would love to do a mocktail because not everybody is. They still want to be out doing stuff or how you come home and relax. But we have one.
Was that here the whole time?
The mocktail?
Yeah. Oh. I think she just slipped it in there.
All right.
Okay.
So mocktail.
Yes.
I do like to always add one in just to give that option. And you know what? It's nice just for day in and day out stuff too, right?
Oh, absolutely.
You don't want to come home and pour a glass of wine. You don't want to come home and have an actual cocktail. You want to come home and make something.
Yeah.
And, right, you've had a hard day at work, and this is it. This is your way to relax. It does not have to include alcohol.
And you feel like you're treating yourself. You're doing something a little special, which is nice.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
This is not just pouring a glass of something. Like, you're making something.
Yeah.
Okay, this one's going to take some more effort. So we might have to clean the table a little bit or clear out. And then go ahead and list off the ingredients so I can wrap my head around what I need to go get.
Okay. So we are going. This is called a mixed berry mocktail. It requires a half a cup of mixed berries, fresh or frozen, such as strawberries, raspberries, blueberries, and or blackberries, or combination thereof.
Okay. I like the combo idea.
Yeah. 1 tablespoon honey or agave syrup.
Okay.
1 tablespoon of fresh lemon juice. 1/2 cup of sparkling water.
Got it.
Ice cubes.
Okay.
Fresh mint leaves for garnish. Extra berries for garnish, and lemon slices for garnish.
Done. Okay, so
in a blender, we're supposed to do this in a blender, but do we have something that we can muddle? We could kind of do this with muddling.
Yeah, we can.
Let's do that.
You want to muddle?
Sure. I'm a muddler from way back.
Right?
Yes.
This taps into our
inner. Yeah.
This is our inner. Right. Yeah.
My grandmother was a muddler.
My Grammy was. No, I don't remember ever seeing my Grammy drink.
Oh, really?
No. My mom did.
Yeah, but not your Grammy.
No.
Okay, so, but I do have a blender, but it would be great if we could muddle.
Let's muddle it.
Okay, we're going to
The texture will be different. A blender, you're going to get more like a smoothie out of it.
I don't want a smoothie.
No, I don't either.
I like the raw, like even when I was thinking about this for, again, the whole evening changed. You guys, I had dinner stuff planned because Annika and Connor were coming over. I was going to do a big thing, but for the mashed potatoes, like I know there's mashed potatoes, But I love the really, call them like, not rough, but
Coarse.
coarse. Like
Yeah.
you see the skin, like skin's
yeah.
got all the nutrients. Like I love so I had planned out the mashed potatoes, how I was
Okay,
going to
yeah.
do them, to still keep them like that. Kinda
Even
like,
a few chunks in them.
Right?
Yeah,
like,
perfect.
You want
Love
the
it.
old, you want
Old
all the
school.
nutrients. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So let me go grab everything, and I will be right back.
Okay. Okay, we are getting very creative with this one. Okay.
We got it.
So we've got in a bowl, because the recipe says to do this in a blender. You'll get a very different drink. To me, it is more of a smoothie, then, which would be delicious.
It would be.
But we're thinking more drink, like a mocktail kind of a situation. So I've got a bowl in front of me, and in it we have raspberries, blackberries, and blueberries.
Love.
And to that mixture, we have not done anything to them yet. We're going to add
And these
about
are fresh,
one.
not frozen.
Yeah, they're
right?
they're fresh. We're going to add 1 tablespoon of agave syrup. Won't be able to really hear that. The syrup's very thick and viscose, but okay.
Yeah.
There's that. We've got that in the bowl. A tablespoon of fresh lemon juice, which we're going to go. Ooh, those are on magnets.
Yeah. I can't lose them that way.
I know, that's lovely. 1 tablespoon. Okay, there's our lemon juice.
Okay.
We have half cup of sparkling water or club soda, which we're not going to use yet.
Not yet.
But we're gonna. I'm calling it muddling. We're just gonna mush these up. And ooh, I might have you do that. I'm afraid I'm gonna break your bowl. I get very carried away sometimes.
We have a hard muddler.
Yeah, it's a
Hard muddler.
a hard muddler. Well, it's a stone. It's part of a mortar and pestle, and we're using.
It was just too big.
And we couldn't get it into our container. So we're improvising a little bit today. You know what? Do you have like a potato masher that is a flat thing with the holes in it that you could rice potatoes through? Okay.
No idea where.
Well, I'm going to look in your drawers.
No, try. Yeah. Good luck. I have no idea.
Oh,
You sure we can't use the thing? I bet we can use it, Mom.
what's that?
Put it in the thing.
In here?
Yeah.
Oh. Because this is porous, I was kind of concerned about doing that. It would make more sense to do it in there.
Try it. See if you can
No,
do that.
oh, you're going to push this on to me.
Let's try. Yeah, I think we're trying.
Oh, go for it. You try it.
That's right.
Oh, well, actually, yeah,
Hard?
yeah, it does. The things that are hard to do, where it
Yeah.
would benefit from a blender, are the blueberries.
Yes.
Because they benefit from that little knife blade thing twirling around. But this is going to give us,
But
it's
I like
gonna,
this. This is more old school.
this is going to be beautiful. I mean, it's going to be pretty to look at for one thing, because the colors are gorgeous. Okay, we've got this pretty much. We've made a nice mushy mess. It's kind of like playing with Play-Doh. Okay. Okay, so my guess.
That looks like something I just want to dive into.
I know.
Oh my god.
So I'm thinking if we take that and put some ice cubes now into this container,
Okay.
this is going to be hard to.
We're gonna have to strain it, huh?
I don't mind drinking
Same.
chunks.
Same. I'm all about the seeds.
I say let's go for it. That's a wicked little.
Yeah, it's a heavy one.
Okay, so we're gonna
my
put
God.
this into here.
Yum and yum. I'll take that for you.
Okay. And we're gonna top that with sparkling water.
Yep. Here.
And their ice cubes are already in there.
Ice cubes are in there.
Oh my gosh. I think we're going to give it another little stir.
I know this is a mocktail, but just a splash of vodka in this would be amazing.
Oh, well, let's try it plain
Right,
first.
let's do it. Like, this looks so freaking good. That's
Okay.
it? Like, we're ready to go?
That's it.
There's
We're
no
ready to
more?
go. No, that's it.
All day.
All day.
All day, every day I could do
Even
I
with
could
the
do-
chunks.
Even with it, but I love the I love
Well, I do
the
too.
fresh fruit. Love that.
Oh. Yes, I like that too.
I get the agave.
I would throw a little vodka into it.
Right?
Yeah.
Should we just try?
Yeah, let's try it. Just make sure we're not misleading anybody.
I know. Sorry, guys.
This is an experiment.
This is that it for a mocktail. It's
Yeah.
good to go. Like, where you're ready to go.
Oh, but sit outside around the fire pit on a
You
warm
want to
evening or
add
something.
in.
Oh,
Would
yeah.
you do an ounce?
Yeah, I do an ounce.
This is a pretty big drink.
Yeah, perfect.
Right?
Ooh, yeah, ooh, yeah.
Heavy ounce. Do we shake it?
I like your ounce.
That's right.
See, I can tell all of you that are listening, this has settled
Yeah.
to the bottom of this glass, but not to say the flavors haven't.
Yeah. Good.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, that was lovely.
It is a mocktail, but if you want,
If you want, you can make it into a cocktail.
absolutely.
Yeah,
This is so good.
that's lovely. I think
Oh, this reminds me of
it maybe could be strained
Yeah,
in this
good.
case,
Yeah.
but hey, when you get through the liquid, you've got all that yumminess down the bottom to go after too, which is a good thing.
I absolutely love this one.
Yeah, I do too. That's very good.
Yay!
Yay!
I like the mixed berry, and actually I would do this as a full cocktail. Too.
I would too.
And it matches the mixed berry for the gummy that's coming.
Oh,
We're-
tell me, can we talk about that?
We're close.
We're close.
I keep saying we're close.
I
and
know,
it's
this has been a long process.
But the good thing is there's so much legal that's involved with it.
I know.
Like and that's protective, and it makes everybody safe. But anyways,
Yeah.
yes. But the mixed berry, like I think of like all this energy, all this good stuff. Like
Absolutely.
It's with the full moon gummy. Okay.
And it's really good for you.
This one.
I mean, yeah, that one
Oh my God.
especially.
Well, all of them, right?
Well, they all are. They all have elements of, the herbs are good for us.
They just are.
And even if they're disguised or altered, if you will, into a syrup, you still have the herb and all of its properties.
That's right.
So
That's right.
it's all
Bay
good.
leaves are amazing.
Oh my
right?
gosh,
The
they're
mugwort,
wonderful.
Amazing. Jasmine, amazing.
Yeah. And now fresh berries.
And fresh berries. And boy, to do a little simple syrup with that elderberry
Oh,
thrown in
yeah,
there, I
yeah.
think that would be.
And you know what? Even with this one, where it called for agave syrup, you could use that elderberry syrup in this too, which I think would be really good.
Could it even be thrown in or no? Is that too much?
I don't think I would throw it in now,
Right.
but the next time you try it, you might want to try it with that. Would you like some of this quartz?
The dog just came up.
He's
like,
going,
ladies, what are
can
we
I
doing?"
have some
I
too,
know.
please? me next.
I love this, and I love that it was you and me. Like it was meant to
Me
be.
too. This was fun.
This was amazing, and you guys, I thank you for joining. I hope you were able to grab something from from us making the cocktails and the mocktail too. Strong yes for each of them.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Absolutely.
across the board. And I know I made a mugwort, just a straight mugwort tea last night, but this mugwort cocktail,
Yeah, that
hands
was.
down, I will be making.
I think that was my favorite. To be
Right?
very honest. Yeah.
I don't know, the bay
Mm.
the bay leaf surprised me.
Okay.
It was sour, but it really surprised me. And this
Yeah.
one I knew.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
the minute I read it, I was like, oh yeah, no, this
You
is,
can't go wrong.
I know this. I'm gonna love this one. The berry one.
Exactly.
I'm gonna go and grab my full moon poem and, of course, the notes for the full moon that is coming up just in a couple days. If you would like to stay with me for that, I will be right back. First, oh my goodness, thank you, Mom. Thank you for joining me today and helping me make some amazing full moon cocktails. That was so much fun. And of course, I thought afterwards, it's too late, but I could have bought some jasmine tea and steeped it to help infuse, the jasmine flavor, make it stronger. But no, I didn't remember that in time. So I do think that cocktail is a redo for me using a stronger infusion of that jasmine flavor. But the other ones, start to finish, love. Absolutely love. So Thank you, Mom. That was just amazing. It was so much fun to share that with her. Now, I do have all of the recipes up on my website, witchyworkwishes.com. Just click the After Hours tab and then head to the Spellbound Spirits section and you'll find them listed out. But again, big, huge thank you to my mom for joining me today. Now, I do have a quick poem and the update for our full moon, our August Sturgeon full moon that is happening on Monday. All right, poem first, and it goes. A cocktail in hand, the day unwinds, with citrus notes and soothing vines. A gentle sip, the world grows still. As worries fade, the glass I fill. The sunset glows a fiery hue, reflecting in the ice cubes too. In this moment, it's calm and clear, with every sip, contentment's near. The full moon rises a silver sphere, casting light both soft and clear. In the night it shines so bright, guiding dreams in pale moonlight. Mysteries unfold and secrets bloom beneath the gaze of the full moon. And with citrus notes and soothing vines, a cocktail I have as the day unwinds. All right, well, I know it's been over an hour. Oh my gosh, I think we're like at an hour and a half here, but thank you for staying with me. I know right as this airs, our beautiful moon is still waxing, but she turns into a full glow, full force, full energy, full moon on Monday. So that August full moon happens before I get to speak with you again. I hope you are able to work with some of the herbs mentioned in today's podcast. I hope you're able to make and enjoy one of the cocktails or even the mixed berry mocktail. But most of all, I hope you are able to work with and enjoy our August full moon in your personal practice. I am so very thankful for you being here with me and staying. We're going to stay for the full episode. I can't wait to talk with you again on next week's podcast. Till then, though, I hope you have a great rest of your week and weekend, and I'll talk with you next week. Thank you for joining me today at Witchy Work Wishes, a place to find your weekly inspiration for bringing your personal witchcraft practice into your business, work, and office. For more information and additional content, please visit me online at witchyworkwishes.com. If you want to send me a personal note, please email me at info@witchyworkwishes.com. And of course, you can follow me on Instagram and Facebook. Just search for Witchy Work Wishes.